start the earlier video and get the, because you are not able to see my screens, therefore I'm starting this lab over again. Okay, I'm starting this lab over again, so you can all you can watch, making sure that that you are actually seeing it. I need to pay more attention to that. You didn't get the video, you are only getting the audio. So here we are starting the lab 5.3.1.2. Let's see which is the lab. 5.3.1.2. That is our assignment. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the lab. So whoever is with me right now live, go ahead and follow me. Let's open up 5312. So chapter 5, 5.3.1.2. Okay, packet tracer skills integration challenge, PKA. Click on that. Okay, so now that file would open up, and so now you are seeing the video and audio, so you can follow me now. Okay, I'm going to go absolutely slowly, making sure that you all are with me and you have enough time to follow me live as I go to do the lab. I'm going to explain each step as I take. Okay, now here I am. I have my topology window open, and I also have my instruction window open. Both are open at this time. By the time maybe some of you are still opening the window, I'm going to go over the instruction real quick. What do I see? Packet tracer skills integration challenge. Okay, and let's see, now you should be able to see me everything. Okay, yeah. If you are seeing me everything good, just type a comment that you are now seeing my video and listening and hearing the audio. Okay, addressing table. What I have here is one switch S1, two PCs, PC1 and PC2, and their interface. For the switch 1, I have the VLAN 1 virtual interface, and its IP address and subnet mask. For PC2, I have also their IP address and subnet mask. Good. Just a simple addressing table. Scenario. The network administrator asked you to configure a new switch. In this activity, you will use a list of requirements to configure the new switch with initial settings, SSH, and port security. Good. We have a new switch. We are going to do all the initial settings. Then we're going to configure the remote access via SSH and also secure the ports. Great. Now, requirement. Let me go to the first step, first portion. Configure S1 with the following initial settings. What are those? Host name, banner, console port password, encrypted enabled password, encrypt plain text passwords, management interface addressing. So I'm going to do all of those one step at a time, explaining to you. Okay, let me do that. Okay, everything is good now. Okay, good, everything is good, thank you. Okay, I'm glad that actually I'm doing the lab over again for you, just to make sure that now from the beginning you are able to see what I'm doing. Okay, so let me start with the host name. So I'm going to go into the switch S1. What is the host name? Obviously the host name would be S1. Okay, so click on S1. Here I am. I'm here in the S1. I'm going to make the window a little bigger to see better. Okay, click on CLI. Okay, here I am in the switch. Type enable, EN, tab, enable, enter. I'm in the privileged exit mode. I need to go into the global config mode to assign the host name. So I type config T, CONFIG, config T, enter. I'm in the config mode. I need to type the command hostname, HOSTNAME, hostname. Okay, and what is the hostname? Looks like S1 right here, capital S1. Okay, so I'm going to make sure capital S1. Okay, enter. Yes, let me see. Yes, I got 3 points right now in here. So the host name was good. Okay, next, banner that includes the word warning. I'm going to create a banner for this switch. In the banner, the word warning should be included. Okay, I'll do that. So here I am. I'm gonna go type the command banner, 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 MOTD, message of the day, MOTD. That's the command, message MOTD. What is the banner? I'm gonna write something that will include the word warning. So I'm gonna use the quotation mark or hashtag. So let me use the quotation mark. And here I prefer to put a space here. Okay, after the quotation mark I prefer to put the space. That looks better when I notice that when I do actually log into the switch, that banner will be displayed with this space. It has a space between right there in the message. So I'm going to type warning, 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 space. I'm going to type, say, dash, hyphen, okay, and I'm going to write no unauthorized access. No unauthorized, AUTHORIZED, no unauthorized access. Okay, there you are. So that's my banner. Okay, and here I'm going to also put a space. Okay, I like that. I did not have to put the space. Okay, so in Cisco banner, that space little bit helps. Okay, enter. So banner is done. Okay, I got 6 points now. Good. Now they are telling me console port login and password Cisco. So I'm going to configure console port login and password would be Cisco. Okay, let's do that. So I need to go to the console mode, line console, LINE. Right now I'm in the global config mode. I'm going to the line config mode. So line console 0. Enter. I'm in the line config mode. The password should be Cisco. PASS tab Cisco, CISCO. Okay, password Cisco. Enter. Okay. Then of course once I assign the password, I got to also type the command login, LOGIN, login. Okay. So I have assigned, so that, why do I do that? So that when I try to log in, it will give me the prompt login in through the console port. Now, next, encrypted enable password of class. So I already have a console password to go to the user exit mode. Now I need to put another password for the privileged exit mode. That's called enable password. Okay. So I'm going to have to be out of here, out of the console, exit. I'm in the global, back into the global config mode. So I type enable, ENABLE, enable. Since they're asking me to put an encrypted enable password, so I'm going to type enable secret, SECRET, enable secret, and the password is class, CLASS. So this class password would be encrypted because I'm using the word secret instead of password. Okay, enter. Now, what is next? Encrypt plain text password. Now I'm going to go ahead and encrypt all the passwords that are in plain text. Will be now going to be encrypted. Okay, let's do this. Global config mode. Okay, type service, SERV, tab service, then just type PAS tab password encryption. Okay, service password encryption, that's my command, and I type press enter. There you are. Okay. Now, next, management interface addressing. So what is the management interface? For this switch, the management interface is this VLAN 1. That's going to have an IP address and a subnet mask. Well, let us configure that. I'm going to type interface. I have to go to the interface mode, INT tab interface VLAN1. Enter. I'm in the interface mode. I'm going to type the command IP address, IP ADD tab IP address. And what is the IP address? 10.10.10.2. It shows right here, 10.10.10.2. and 255.255.255.0. Let me type that in. 10.10.10.2 space 255.255.255.0. Okay. Now IP address is done. Once I assign the IP address, I should be typing a command no shutdown so that this interface will be activated, will no longer be down. So I'm going to type no SHUT tab shutdown, enter. Shows that it's changed the state to up. That's good. The VLAN 1 is now up. Okay, that's great. Now looks like I have 25 points so far. Okay, console port login. Okay, management interface done. Great. So I can exit out of here from the interface mode. EXIT. I'm in the global config mode. Back in the global config mode. Now let's go to the second part. Configure SSH to secure remote access with the following things. We're gonna put a domain name, cisco.com. We're gonna generate the RSA key pair parameter to support the version 2. Set the SSH version 2. Username should be admin. Secret password should be CCNA. And then I'm gonna configure the VDI lines only accept SSH connections, not the telnet, and use local login for authentication. Okay, let me do that one by one. Domain name. Okay, I'm gonna type here domain name DOMAIN. Domain name would be cisco.com, cisco.com. Okay. Oopsie. I have to type IP domain name. I didn't type the word IP. IP, then DOMAIN space N, I press tab. See, now it works. IP domain name should be cisco.com, cisco.com. Okay, cisco.com. So domain name is done. Now to support the version 2, I have to have the RSA key at least 768 bit. Okay, not 512 bit. So I would prefer to put 1024 bit key, encryption key. So let me do that. I'm going to type crypto key generate RSA. That's my command to do this line. Okay, RSA key. I'm going to generate the key by this command again. CRYP tab crypto. Just type K tab. Just type G tab crypto key generate. That's my command. And RSA. Enter. Now it's asking me, hey, you want to do 512 bit of, no, that's not going to support SSH version 2. So I'm going to do 1024, 1024, and then press enter. Okay. Now SSH version 1.99 has been enabled. I'm going to type version 2 now. VERSION version space 2. Oh, I have to do the IP SSH. Oopsie, I'm not in the, okay. IP SSH VER tab version 2. Okay, that's my command. IP SSH version 2. Enter. Now version 2 should be enabled. Right now I have 35 points. Okay. Now next, user admin and secret password CCNA. So I'm going to create a username called admin and the secret password, encrypted password CCNA. Okay, I'll do that. USER. This is for the purpose of SSH. Why I'm doing SSH? If somebody wants to access this switch not locally, not plugging in a cable via console port, but this person wants to access the switch from another city, from a faraway place, okay, from another building, or from another room. He's not physically present there. So he's going to be using SSH method to access the switch remotely. Okay, with this, using this username and password. So username should be admin, ADMIN, and password should be secret password, SECRET. Secret is CCNA. Okay, enter. So username and secret has been created. Now, next, what do I need to do? VDI lines. I need to configure the VDI lines to only accept SSH, not Telnet, just SSH. And also use the local login for authentication, meaning which username and password should be used. What I created here locally in this switch, in the switch's local database, username and password is here, admin and CCNA. That username and password should be used to log in remotely via SSH. Okay, so let me configure that. I need to go to the VDI line, not to the console line, VDI line. So I go to the line VDI 015. Okay. I am in the line config mode for VDI. I type transport TRAN S tabs, transport input, just IN tab SSH. So only SSH connection will be accepted. Done. Now I need to type the command login local, LOGIN, login, LOCAL, local. Okay, login local. So I have 50 points right now. Then I am done with the VDI line, so I can exit out of there. Okay, back into the global config mode. Okay, so this line is done too. Okay, now what? The third portion. Configure the port security feature to restrict network access. Okay, so okay, port security features to restrict network. So what I'm going to do, disabled all unused ports. I'm going to disable all the unused ports. I need to find out which ports are not being used. So let me do that. I can go to the switch. Right now I'm in the config. I'm in the config mode. I'm going to exit out of there to privileged exit mode. So type exit. Here I am in the privileged exit mode. I'm going to do a show command. Show IP interface brief, BRIEF. Okay. With this command, I'm going to see all the ports. See which ones are up, which ones are down. Enter. Press spacebar. Okay. Make it a little bit bigger. Okay. Look at here. Right now, I have fast Ethernet, and I can make this window a little more wider. So it's going to show everything in one line, each port into one line. Fast Ethernet 1 and 2, these two are up because these two are connected to the two PCs, PC1 and PC2. And all other ports are down because they are not connected to anything, they are unused. Okay. Then I have this VLAN 1, that's not a physical port, that's a virtual port, so I don't have to worry about that. But then see, up to 24, fast Ethernet 24, all of these they are unused from 3 to 24. And also gigabit 1 and 2, they too are unused. So all of these ports have to be disabled. Because they're not being used. So somebody else could not be coming and plugging in their laptop to those ports and access my switch in the unauthorized way. Okay. So how do I do that? So I need to go to the config mode first from the privileged exit mode. So config 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 T. Okay, I'm in the config mode. I need to select those interfaces. I can select all of them at the same time using interface range command. So type interface int tab range, RANGE range. What is the range? Fast Ethernet 03 to all the way 24. That's one thing. Also gigabit 1 and 2. So I'm going to type comma space gigabit Ethernet 01 to 2. That's how I have to select. Okay. So all of those ports will be selected all at once. Enter. So now I'm in the config interface range mode. What I want to do to all those ports, I would like to shut down all the ports. Type the command shutdown. It says ut tab shutdown, enter. That's it. All the ports are now administratively down. That's it. Down, 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 down. So that at this point, see, my point went up to 74 points. Now, what is the next? Set the interface mode to access. Okay. Enable port security to allow only 2 hosts per port. So now we must be talking about those 2 ports that are being used. So for those ports, we need to set the interface mode to access. Okay, start from there. So right now, I need to exit out of this range of ports. So exit, EXIT. Now I'm going to select the 2 interfaces that are being used for PC 1 and 2. Interface 01, Fast Ethernet 01, and 02. Okay. Interface range Fast Ethernet 01-2. Now I selected these 2 ports, and I would like to put their mode access. So I'm going to type Swissport SWI tab Swissport mode MO tab access ACC tab. See, Swissport mode access. I just press tab. It types for me. Okay, enter. So those Swissports mode are now access. Okay. Now set the interface mode. Okay, I got that. Enable port security to allow only 2 hosts per port. Okay. First, I'm going to enable port security. I'm going to type Swissport port security. That's the command first. SWI tab, the Swissport, and just PO tab, Swissport port security. This command will enable the port security in general. So let me do that. Enter. Okay. Port security is enabled. Now it also telling me that only to allow 2 hosts per port, not more than 2. Not more than 2 MAC addresses will be allowed. Okay. So I'm going to type Swissport port security first. SWI tab PO tab. That brings up Swissport port security. I'm going to type maximum, just MAX tab maximum 2. Enter. So only 2 devices will be allowed on each port. Okay. Now that part is done. Now record the MAC address in the running configuration. Okay. So the first 2 devices that will be connected to those ports, Swiss is going to record their MAC address and save it in the memory in the running config, so that no other device can be plugged into those 2 ports. Okay, if somebody plugs into another device instead of this computer, that device will not be able to go through the Swissport. Swissport will not forward the frames from this device. So I'm going to type this command now. Swissport SWI just PO tab Swissport port security. Okay. Now MAC address MAC tab MAC address should be sticky, STICKY, sticky. That means if I type this command, Swiss is going to automatically learn again the first 2 devices that will be plugged into those ports. Swiss is going to take their MAC address, learn their MAC address, memorize their MAC address, and keep it in the memory sticky. Okay, enter. Done that. Now I have 100 out of 100 points. So point wise I'm done, but let me see what else they're saying. Record the MAC address in the running. Okay, I have done that. Okay, ensure that port violations disable ports. So if anybody does a violation, say only those 2 MAC addresses are allowed. So if somebody brings another new computer, new laptop, whatever, and instead of unplugs my computer, plugs in their computer in there, then that will be a violation. Swiss is going to do what? Swiss is going to shut down its port, disable its port. I can configure that. How do I do that? I type Swiss port SWI tab port security PO tab. Now violation V tab violation. Violation has three options: protect, restrict, or shut down. Let me show you. I can type the question mark in here. These are my options: protect. I can either type protect or type restrict or type shutdown. But I want to disable, so I would like to put shutdown. So now I go back to the command line. The command line already again typed up for me. I'm going to type shutdown. SH tab shutdown. That's my whole command. Okay. Swiss port, port security, violation, shutdown. That's what I have to type. Then press enter. Here I am. Okay. I'm done. That's it. Point 100 out of 100. We're all good. All should be good to go. So this is your lab. Now today this is going to be our last lab that we have done. I hope that you enjoyed. Okay, and let's see. I'm gonna see you all tomorrow again. Yeah, tomorrow for the next chapter. I believe that will be chapter 6. Let's see. Okay, whatever chapter that is, just next chapter we're gonna do it tomorrow. But be sure, before exiting out, be sure to do your save your PKA file. Make sure to save your PKA file and submit it. Okay. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.